Can't believe I forgot the countdown. My goodness. Boom. I'm a little bit rusty there, but hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic dinosaur action. I have to get used to looking in a different spot. I switched up the spare room that I record here, so it's different. It's different, but it's going to be the same great dino action as it always is. I have to put the backing around, and we're planning to move, so that's why I had to kind of reorganize the room. And I'm a little bit bigger. We're still going to be playing the big dinos. Oh my goodness, hopefully everybody had a good Monday, a good start to the week. Oh my, you can even see my hand. Huh. I'm quite a bit back from the camera that I'm used to. Oh, that's kind of weird. I'll switch it up. I'll make it better, and then I'll get an actually, hopefully, proper recording room. That's going to be quite nice. Just outgrowing the house that we're at. But where are we at tonight with Dinosaurs? Are you not afraid? The title is, as if I was saying it to the opponents. They will be afraid, and they're probably going to lose quite a bit, especially with the Hornet Queen. I want to highlight that. Used it before, but Rocky Mountain on the Discord mentioning how Hornet Queen specifically is helping against Rakdos demons. I had prepared kind of some deck lists for the common ones, especially the ones that won this recent Pioneer SCG tournament in Dallas. A lot of people playing that. A lot of interesting decks, painful ones for this, but the Hornet Queen, specifically Rakdos demons, Archfiend of the Dross, plus the one artifact from Kamigawa, Neon Dynasty. It's a demon, but you can attach it to a creature and it becomes a demon. And the new room enchantment from Duskmourn that I believe makes a demon. Or when you unlock the room, you make a demon. Something like that. Either way, it's not a lot of fun. Demons have flying. We don't like that. Well, there we go. With Hornet Queen, we just trade with those demons, and they're going to be wishing they didn't face me. They might think they are in hell because I'm going to give them one heck of a time. And anything else with flying, which brings me to the Celestia Hate Bears, or Celestia Taxes. Celestia Collected Company, green and white. Just a bunch of creatures that when they enter, they exile a spell, or they look at your hand and they make it cost more, exile it temporarily, tax your stuff. It's not fun. I don't like it too much. But again, a couple of those things are flying. It would be nice to take them out, because if I do, I could potentially remove the tax that has been put on some of my creatures, exiled or just made to cost more simply. The name's on the tip of my tongue. I imagine we'll face it once tonight. Hopefully not, but otherwise, everything's it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. Yes. Oh, I missed it. Man, hopefully everybody had a good weekend. I guess it's a long weekend coming up in Canada here. Might have to reposition my microphone. It's kind of weird. Okay. It's good. I'm just not used to it. I was streaming like that for years, a year and a half, in the exact same spot. Yeah, habits. Okay, back to the main event. Cavern of Souls, Azorius Control, one of the top decks from the recent tournament. I've certainly been facing it a little bit more, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys have as well. And also, another tangent, the primer and the list, as always, in the description if you're wondering how the heck does this deck work, or you're doubting that this deck works, and it works. Yeah, I think it does. It's kind of got the light a little bit. We'll see, but I think if I can put well, I used to have a curtain, but it artificially removes everything except me, because my graphics card is pretty good. It's just a setting. You don't have to have anything behind you, and it's quite decent indeed. It doesn't take up extra space, and I like that quite a bit. But going back to Azorius control there, Cavern of Souls, you know, it's kind of rough. It can't make a green for Archdruid's Charm. Keep that in mind. I've been messed up before, and I'm sure some of you guys have as well. You can only spend green. If Cavern of Souls is one of your first 3 lands, you won't be casting this. So it is nice as a bit of a backup to have the Clifftop Lookout if, for whatever reason, you don't get off with Archdruid's Charm. But Cavern of Souls, upping it to 3. Oftentimes for a long time, I only had 1 copy, but with Azorius control, I want more copies of this. Basically, 3 could be too much. I definitely would say I want more than 1. So we'll see how that goes. 4 is probably overkill, but now we have a very good chance to be seeing it just naturally. Clifftop Lookout, possibly grabbing it if it's the land that is closest to the top. So yeah, Hornet Queen, the demons, maybe a little bit of that Celestia, Collected Company, Taxes, Pithing Needle, Rakdos, Cauldron, the deck that won the tournament. Oh look, this, boom, you name Agatha's Soul Cauldron. If it exiles Tree of Perdition, a creature that has the ability to tap and make an opponent's life total equal to its toughness. Agatha's Soul Cauldron exiles that, puts a counter on some creature that has a lot less toughness than Tree of Perdition. Now that creature, it could be a goblin token from Fable of the Mirror Breaker. It's got 2 toughness. It can tap and make me go down to 2 life. That's insane. And then it sacrifices itself, or they have enough creatures to get the job done, or you get the idea. But Pithing Needle, boom, we name Agatha's Soul Cauldron, and that deck crumbles. There's not a whole lot they can do. There you go. We take down the deck that took down the tournament for 1 of any color. Pretty straightforward. Jam all 4 copies because you probably want to see it against that deck. Any future copies after the first one, you would name Voldaren Thrillseeker, which gives other creatures the ability to sacrifice themselves, deal damage equal to the power. If Agatha's Soul Cauldron exiles the Thrillseeker, all the creatures with a counter on it would gain that ability. It's a very scary thing. Very, very scary indeed. Or, you know, the second one, we could name Fable itself. It won't be copying creatures, which is quite nice. Or Blood Tithe Harvester can't be sacrificing itself to give -X, where X is 2 times the number of blood tokens they control. And that's been rough. That's been rough. Back to nature, 5-color Fires of Invention, Enigmatic, Incarnation, Enchantments. Well, the name is right there. It's in it. Enchantments. Focuses a lot on that. Playing stuff for free. 2 spells a turn with Fires of Invention. So now, well, we sweep them. And they won't be doing a whole lot. We have to time it sometimes just right. We want to get the most value of, you know, crippling that particular opponent. But Back to Nature does the trick, 100%. Haze of Pollen for very aggressive stuff. But I got to admit, I'm not really facing it a whole lot, and perhaps that is for some of you. I know some of you are facing aggro, but yeah, for me, not too much. Altenac, again in there for getting back Sunken Citadel, Castle Garenbrig, or possibly Cavern of Souls if the control opponent prioritizes this. Lovely, lovely stuff. It maybe the first one I get rid of, and then I have a second one in hand that's put on the battlefield with Ghalta, so a 9/9 trample. Whenever it's the target, we draw a card, but I also could have drawn a card off of the Vaultborn Tyrant trigger, which is, oh, we're laughing. So we got stuff with activated abilities, enchantment decks, aggro, and stuff that destroys my lands. There we go. Pretty simple, straightforward, covering a wide range, and I'm definitely not afraid, that's for sure. Okay. And I named it Dine-Ape-Tur because I was using Kogla and Yudaro, a dinosaur ape turtle. Oh, I'm going to go get him. Squad Painter. Absolutely. Hopefully I face off against Azorius control. I have to imagine probably at least once tonight. I'll probably go for an hour or so. I'm still kind of tired, but want to get a good batch of games. It's going to be some sort of Rakdos, I would imagine. Yikes. Oh boy. We got Ulamog. Maybe it's going to be Mono Green Devotion trying to cheat out. Well, not cheat out, but basically perfect. Castle Garenbrig and Stomping Ground with Sylvan. Grabs the first Sunken. We play that eventually. Sunken Castle Stomping. Archdruid grabs, puts a second Sunken out, and all of a sudden, 4 lands, 7 mana. Worth a go. I mean, I have to hope Thoughtseize doesn't get rid of Sylvan Scrying. If I can go off with Sylvan, we should be, fairly safe. No, Ghalta looks like Rakdos.
Dang!
Oh boy. Oh boy. Worth a shot. Well, good stuff. We might get to go off with that Archdruid Charm there. Okay. It looks to be that... Oh yeah, Rakdos tree combo. Okay, no. At the very least, I mean, we might be losing. Game 1, we'll see. Yeah, Agatha, Soul Cauldron, Voldaren. Oh boy. Well, we're getting it out of the way at the very least. That's a little bit painful. I mean, it's only dealing 3. I'm not super scared about that. Archdruid's Charm could also exile Agatha's Soul Cauldron there, which would be quite nice indeed. But also I could draw a land for the turn. I'm grabbing Sunken Citadel. If it's a land that enters untapped, I'm able to play any of the creatures I have. I'm able to make 6, but, sadly, everything costs 7. Oh boy. Here goes nothing. Cross your fingers. Cavern of Souls, Forest, Stomping Ground, something like that. And what would be the best thing to play if I get that? Hard to say. Oh my goodness. Oh, hashtag pre-recorded. The first pre-recorded moment of the night. Let's think. Vaultborn Tyrant, draw a card. Nah, I say we just Hornet Queen. That's got to stop him, you would think. Nobody's attacking into that. Pretty good, Rocky Mountain. You've experienced this sort of thing. Not necessarily against Rakdos Cauldron, but it does make sense. People playing the deck that beat that tournament. Just have to buy a little bit more time. Fear of missing out, though. Probably should read it for everybody that isn't aware. When it enters, discard card, draw card, Delirium. Whenever it attacks, if there are 4 more card types among cards, untap target creature after this phase. There's an additional combat phase. I'm not really scared. There's more combat. I have more creatures than them, so... And they're all death touch. I trade with everything. It doesn't matter if all their creatures are dead in the first combat and when they get a second one. And they don't have Tree of Perdition, so Agatha's Soul Cauldron can't do that painful, pesky combo. I do believe we've bought ourselves enough time here. We're definitely playing Vaultborn Tyrant next turn, I can tell you that much. Gain some life, draw a card. Really, it is just card draw and, getting into, well, Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, which would probably, finish off the opponent. Hopefully. Ghalta should be coming up any time now. We're almost a quarter of the way through the deck. Oh, good. I'm able to make 8. We'll just play the other Vaultborn next turn and we'll hope for the best. Play it completely safe. Don't attack with anybody. I imagine I might have been able to. But now there is Delirium. This could be problematic. Still no tree. We'll get him.
Bazinga!
They duressed for 1 black and got nothing because it's all creatures. It's all creatures. It's all good all the time. Might as well play Commercial District. There's Ghalta. There's the win. I think so. They have to win next turn or else. Quit Quit. Do it. You know you wanna. Yeah, we'll attack with Vaultborn. Let's do it. Should still be safe. I feel like getting a decent little chunk of damage on the opponent. Yeah, it's looking good. Graveyard Hate also would be pretty nice, I think, with the Tranquil Frill back, but that is not in here. Okay. They're about to die. Oh, yeah, you get an extra combat. I'm scared of your 3-4. Oh, shoot. Man. Untap. My microphone arm is actually kind of coming across the screen. I gotta rejig things and set them up a little bit better. It's kind of obscuring some of the stuff. I know pretty much everything that's going on, but well, it is nice to not have that in my way. So they're looking for the tree, I think, or they... Okay, good. They still don't have it. Ah. They get to make a bunch of copies. Okay, okay, interesting. So they have 2 more chances to find the tree. Oh boy. Oh, good, good, good. I think we should be safe. Actually, what am I thinking? I'm sending 2 creatures towards the fear of missing out. Just because they could have Fatal Push, I want to make sure it dies. Get the job done that way, I hope. Oh yeah, extra. Okay, we'll get used to this. There was extra combats and then they untapped Reflection, but they only have a couple more pieces of mana. We'll see. Now this is... Hornet Queen, absolutely. Squad Painter is about as nasty as it gets. Take another 2, yeah. Guess we're okay with that. They get 1 more chance. Cross your fingers, cross your claws. Oh boy. I think that might be it. They don't have any more mana, so that's just how it goes. Good stuff. I probably didn't need to block all those, but we'll get them. We'll get them. This is the way to start. Love it. Oh, we just have to do it again. Huh. I didn't even need to go with Ghalta. Okay, okay. We took down that deck. Rakdos, Cauldron. Keep the Hornet Queen. I mean, I kind of like it. Do I need Ghalta? Yeah. What we really need is Pithing Needle. The first one, it would have been Agatha's Soul Cauldron. The second would have been Fable. They wouldn't have been copying Fear of Missing Out there as much as they did. I mean, I'm glad we won, but I think we got perhaps a little fortunate. So yeah, Pithing Needle it is. Would I trim Clifftop Lookout? Maybe, maybe. Hornet Queen, is that nice? It's kind of nice. Carnage Tyrant. You know what? I'm going to do Clifftop Lookout. Yeah. I like the creatures with trample, big, maintaining that large amount, and everything with trample is, you know, pretty nice with some of this particular opponent's small creatures just blowing right through them, blasting them to smithereens. And well, I kind of want to risk it because there's Pithing Needle and a castle. If castle was something other than that, I'd not get that one monument. Oh, well, it's technically a bit better. I would hope to draw my second land by turn 2, which there's 2 chances for Sylvan, and then Sylvan gets Archdruids, and we got Pithing Needle, which... Yeah. I want to keep both Pithing Needles. I think the opponent probably will get rid of one. Oh, well, there's the second land. That is grand. Definitely paying 2 life. Eventually. There you go. Poof. Quit. I hope. If Sylvan Scrying sticks around. Thoughtseize is definitely ripping Sylvan Scrying. It's gotta be. Or maybe they're mad and they'll get rid of the second Pithing Needle. I don't think that's gonna happen. It's gotta be Sylvan to stop the pain train. Maybe they're a little bit mad that I stuck the Pithing Needle. Oh! Well, I'll take it. It's a little bit of a head scratcher there. Unless they have removal for the Pithing Needle. So then they can go off and do the stuff they want to do. Artifact destruction could be a real thing. Definitely. But, no. Okay. That's a little bit strange. I don't know. I'm going to be thinking about... Oh, shoot. I responded to duress, getting rid of my only non-creature, non-land to get a land, and now duress again is doing nothing. Other than revealing what I have. I do hope it's a land that enters untapped. It would be nice to play Vaultborn. At the very least, I will get to 7 with Commercial District there, so we're looking good. I hope. Okay, Obnixilis, that's something. Pithing Needle, we'd name Obnixilis and then they wouldn't be doing much of anything. Nah. Good. Very good. Sylvan Scrying, we see what it is. We'll grab Sunken, 100%. Alright. Vaultborn next turn. We'll play Commercial District and then play Vaultborn and see what's on top. If I draw Ghalta, it's all over though, which is, a pretty fantastic place to be at. Probably over. They could kill Ghalta or something like that. Well, I could get rid of... Nah. I can go to 11. 10, I guess, if that demon... Oh, okay. 4... Nah. I'll finally get rid of it, I guess. Now, again, I'm able to make 8, so that's fine by me. I mean, hopefully Vaultborn Tyrant allows us to stabilize. You would think so. It is a decently sized creature. But yeah, Obnixilis there, Pithing Needle, Agatha Soul Cauldron. There's a lot of things with activated abilities with this deck. So Pithing Needle, doesn't matter what colors you're in. Lovely. Yeah, Palani's Hatcher. I'm aiming for Carnage Tyrant next turn. Yeah. I want to maintain Regisaur and Carnage Tyrant just in case I draw Ghalta. I don't expect the opponent is going to be attacking, but maybe they will. They're looking through their graveyard quite a bit though. Makes me worried. They want to get the Delirium with fear of missing out there. That really would be quite problematic. Okay, not too bad. They still only have 3 types of cards in their graveyard. Fear of missing out is still not turned on. Thoughtseize is kind of rough. At the very least, I should be playing something next turn. Gaining a bit of life. Carnage Tyrant probably is the scarier thing, even though Regisaur is 2 bodies. They might not like. Okay. Interesting. I guess they're just not feeling it. Doesn't make sense to attack, but you know what does make sense? The Hornet Queen. Oh boy. If you weren't attacking before, you're not attacking now. I can tell you that much. We'll gun for one of the Obnixiluses. 2. Yeah. That's interesting. They still only have 3 card types in their graveyard. I actually kind of thought fear of missing out. Well, yeah, I'll decline. I lose 2 life, but playing Carnage Tyrant, I would go up to 3, so I would be up 1. If I got rid of it, I'd be at... Yeah, no, this should work out. Hopefully. I'm just happy the Hornet Queen is showing up so early. The first match of the night. Oh! Dumpstered. Oh, that was what a way to start. But I'm going to make another cup of coffee and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. More maybe Rakdos Cauldron aggro shenanigans is going to happen. Yeah, yes, absolutely. Squad painter. Closers 100% get coffee. I've loved Hornet Queen in the past. It's, for me, probably the best time buying thing. 5 flying death touch creatures. Lovely stuff. For a 7, and you only need green, and this deck is all about making big amounts of mana, sometimes just strictly green. Vaultborn costs 7. That's easy. So naturally Hornet Queen also costing 7 is pretty easy. Pretty good stuff. What am I drinking? Starbucks Cinnamon Dolce. Dolce. However you pronounce it. Guess we'll open up a pack here. Oh boy. Oh, what's it going to be? A wild card? That would be what? Mythic rare? I'll take it. I didn't have any. I have 14 rare wild cards, which is pretty crazy. Not many people have probably 14 rares. I know some people do, but it is nice to have a bunch of those and, you know, be able to try some different stuff because I have, well, pretty much everything I need at this point. Oh gee, it's Liliana Avatar. I think probably going to be something black related. Maybe mono black waste not. Technically, this is a perfect hand. I'm representing all the mana I'll ever need. I don't need to draw a single land. Sylvan eventually would grab and play the second Sunken on turn 3 after the Sunken on taps and the castle, and then I have 3 for Archdruids to get a... We'll try it, because it's pretty fantastic. Even though the opponent might have some hand hate, they would maybe get rid of Sylvan. There's a good chance I'm just going to draw the third land, get to Archdruids, and still pop off like that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Another Sylvan Scrying. The opponent, well, they may just be crying pretty quick. Another question becomes, is it Golgari black and green midrange? Is it Abzan Greasefang? That could also be a possibility. I've faced Greasefang a couple times before, cheating out a big vehicle from... Oh, Junt, never mind. No. Transmogrifier. Something like that. But like I said, oh, look. Beautiful. Now, I'm able to make 6. Turn 4 with those 3 lands. It worked out pretty good. Technically, I'm getting into the realm of being flooded with the other Sylvan Scrying there. But I'll certainly use it. I'll grab... I don't know. Hard to say. I just have to hope they don't transmogrify the Goblin this turn. They have 4 mana with that treasure, and... oh boy. Don't look at them. Oh, I was getting a little bit scared there. They were going to cheat out a Traxa or something like that. Oh, they got some land destruction. Beseju. They looked at Castle Garenbrig. I think they're... well, they were maybe going to destroy it, or they're cluing into the destruction. The
Ruthless aggression.
They're cluing into the ruthless... oh, there's the Beseju. Oh, gee, I wish I had something that grabbed a specific land. And this is actually fantastic. Commercial District as a replacement. I'll take it. I'll see what's on top. This might as well. Yeah. We play the land for the turn, which is very nice, and we still go with Sylvan to grab Castle Garenbrig. Lovely. We're on track for Ghalta amounts of mana, which, if they haven't done anything too crazy, maybe I'll go with Castle Garenbrig and use an Archdruids to search for Ghalta. But it looks like it might just be... it is just Jund midrange with the Bone Crusher Giant there. It's definitely not Transmogrify. Will we survive is the other question. We should, if we can drop Hornet Queen, I would think. Hopefully no Shieldred, that would be rough. Enduring well, that is something. I think some of you guys were kind of interested to see me use it before, but well, it doesn't give everything trample. So Hornet Queen it is. But Enduring Courage, another one of those enchantment creatures from Duskmourn. Whenever another creature you control enters, it gets +2/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Ghalta puts a lot of creatures out. If this is part of the batch of creatures, boom. Everybody's getting +2/+0 and haste. Although the haste, I have to admit, is probably a little bit redundant with Regisaur. Pretty much everything is a dinosaur, so that goes to waste. The +2/+0 would be nice, but a part of me feels like it's not going to be necessary. And I would imagine, oh, well, we might just kill him. We wait, we pause, and we take out Reflection after Reflection copies Reflection. You're about to see. I have 6 green, which means I can use 2 Archdruid Charms. Watch, do it, do it, try it, try it. Try and make a bunch of copies. You know you wanna. Oh boy, we take out the thing it targets, and then they don't make a bunch of them. Good, good. That's what you get. Boom. They were about to make, well, they had 5 mana. They could have made 5 reflections and well, we would have been in hot water with that. Ah, shoot. Go for the throat. That sucks. And also Archdruid's Charm exiling enchantments. Enduring Courage is an enchantment, so if Reflection tries to copy that, we kill it. But I hope we should be okay to, well, use Archdruid's grab Ghalta and stomp him. Coming up here. Copy 7. Nothing has, why? If nothing has trample, I'm not scared. The insects, they trade with everybody. Doesn't really matter to me. Archdruids should be able to be used to grab you know who.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Man, I love Hornet Queen. Oh, I'm glad you made that comment, Rocky Mountain. That was good. I mean, it's already saving me in the first 2 matches tonight. Okay, go to the blockers. And looks good. Just might as well trade with everything at this point. Hopefully they can't give everybody trample, but well, I guess we're still okay. Super dead. Okay, I almost skipped over that. I've done it before with the triggers at the end step and missed grabbing you know who, missed lethal, but I'm not missing it tonight. Got him.
You have no power here.
Man, I love Archdruids. Oh, that was sweet. Usually Archdruid's Charm is there to grab a land, but yeah, if they had a bunch of little creatures, again, like I mentioned, everybody trample, super dead. Super duper dead. No. Okay. Is it going to be all black based or partly black based tonight? Rakdos, Cauldron, Jund. You got to admit, that is very scary stuff. Enduring Courage, Reflection, making a copy of it, that gets bigger. If let's say they made 3 copies of Enduring Courage. The first one entering gets +2 from the first original, and then they make another one and it gets +4 from the first 2 before it, and it stacks and stacks and stacks. It would have been nuts. If they would have made a bunch of copies with Reflection like they were about to there, 5 or so, all those 5 could have made 5 copies of Enduring Courage. Yeah, you get the idea. But again, they don't have trample. I don't really care because Hornet Queen is 5 creatures in 1. That trade with everything. Huh. Do anything different? I don't think so. Hornet Queen really saved the day, and Altenac could be kind of nice. They did have Beseju, but I have to imagine they don't have too many copies of it. You know, there might be a decent chance where they just play it, or they simply don't see Beseju. They might. I think some people might start with 1 and then have a second copy in the sideboard. It's not like most people are using a full playset. So yeah, there's a reasonable chance it just doesn't show up for them whatsoever to destroy that castle. Castle or Sunken. I don't have a castle or a Sunken, so Sylvan to grab Castle, Archdruids for Sunken. Yeah. Palani's Hatcher to the bottom. I could get to Carnage Tyrant before Palani's Hatcher, as it often happens. Beautiful. Always nice to start with Commercial District. Clifftop Lookout, lovely stuff. Use that before Archdruids. Clifftop only ever enters and puts a land out. Archdruids, if we get enough mana, it could grab Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. But depending what we draw next turn, it could change things. I might play Castle Garenbrig because Archdruids would grab a Sunken, put it out, plus now with the Forest, I would be able to make 7 coming up on turn 4. If I draw a Vaultborn, I might go towards that. Or I could just draw a Sunken now. Should I play that right? I mean, I'm not too scared what they're going to do. If, let's say Carnage Tyrant was Vaultborn Tyrant, I'd want to reach 7 on turn 4 to play it. But that's not the case. I'm going to be reaching 6 on turn 4 no matter what, whether I played Sunken or not, because now with the castle, 6. But we'll see. Bunch of Fables is a little bit scary, and we got to get some creatures down at some point here. Clifftop, well, Carnage Tyrant. Would Carnage Tyrant scare the opponent away from attacking much? And I think we got to do that. Yeah. Hopefully we don't have to sacrifice it, but now we'll see. And we could also catch the opponent by surprise like we did the first game there. Exiling the reflection that tries to copy the other reflection, because they're about to have that scenario happen again. Okay. Carnage Tyrant not scaring him. Trade with the Mosswood Dread Knight. I'm kind of tempted to trade with the Goblin, but the Mosswood Dread Knight, they'd be incentivized to spend a bunch of their mana, cast it for its adventure for 2, 1 in the black, and then cast a creature. Oh, well, the Elder Gargoth this would be rough. We can take out the Elder Gargoth. Carnage Tyrant, putting a counter on it. It's already big enough to take it out, but I like that. Yeah. We're in range of Ghalta now, able to make 8. But I say we wait. Reflection, 100%. It's got to be copying Elder Gargoth, I'm pretty sure. If they do, they're not going to do a whole lot of anything. Hopefully they don't play Lillian of the Vale. That would be rough. They'll probably wait until the moment to make a bunch of copies of Reflection, and then use all those copies to make copies of Elder Gargoth, which has haste. Then it attacks and gets a bunch of triggers. So I don't like that. Oh, they do attack with it. Huh. Very interesting. Okay, we're going to do something enjoyable here, I think. We're going to take out one reflection, but Carnage Tyrant will send... Well, its toughness is going to get to 7. It's going to survive the damage from Elder Gargaroth. That's what I'm getting at. They may make some copies of Reflection. It's hard to say. But we're doing it before the beginning of their end step. So any copies that are made will get sacrificed coming up. One Reflection, I think, is probably the best bet to hopefully take out. Not sure why they would make a bunch of Reflections. Okay. That is something. I mean, hopefully we can make something happen, but it doesn't appear to be the case. We're at 4 and they have enough creatures to get the job done. Bone Crusher Giant possibly could do it. Vaultborn Tyrant would be lovely. Okay, well, they make a bunch of copies at the end. Yeah. That's something. It's probably going to be it. I feel like it is. Play another Carnage Tyrant, a big thing. I like it. But now with that token, we can make a bunch of copies of Reflection. We have enough mana to stop that shenanigans. 1, 2, 4. Pretty sure that's it. But we'll see. Oh, you want to try it, buddy? Make them a little bit bigger. I like it. Boom. Now 0 reflections. I mean, we should be dead to the mainland Restless Cottage, but you never know. The opponent might miss it. Maybe. Okay, yeah, no, pretty simple, straightforward right there. I've had people miss it before. You might as well try. Clifftop, yeah. I say we get rid of Clifftop. Could be nice to just name Fable. Never really have to worry about much. The opponent might besiege you. My Pithing Needle. I would be happy to get a commercial district as a replacement, and that could just spell doom to the opponent. It could get me ahead just enough. 1 extra land. Fantastic. You're out. All right, Squad Painter. Hopefully you have a good one. Yes, yes. I'll need all the luck I can get. That's a pretty lucky hand, though. Should work out perfectly. Eventually getting to 7 on turn 4 with everything we have here. Sylvan Scrying grabbing a second Sunken on turn 2. Oh, not? Okay. You do what you gotta do. We get another Sylvan, we're good. An Archdruid's the first one. Good. Another land, we're able to make 6. Oh boy. The Dastardly Thoughtseize. Carnage Tyrant would be nice, I must admit. Hopefully. Don't have another thought. Oh, they do, don't they? Oh, well, they do. I jinxed myself. But yeah, another Sylvan Sunken or Archdruid. Okay, that's not Sylvan Sunken or Archdruids. Our chances are sinking fast. Still at 20, about to be at 17 when the Mosswood Dread Knight hits. But not crazy low. 2 Mosswood Dread Knights is a little bit problematic. Really need that Hornet Queen or something. A Vaultborn Tyrant, of course, would be Oh, 3. Okay, that's probably gonna do it. Tends to do the trick. Cruel Claws Heist. Huh. Okay. Can't win them all, that's for sure. My monitor is set up in such a way now that it's blocking the bottom corner of everything, and well, we gave it everything we had, and that's not going to be it. Castle Garenbrig only making 6, can't play anything, hit for at least 9 the following turn. Nuts, that darn Thoughtseize. I hear it's a pretty good card. We'll get him. Would Clifftop Lookout have been better? Well, potentially. But you got to remember, I wasn't seeing a Pithing Needle, which would have been the Clifftop Lookout. Anyways, so it's not like it would have been a whole lot different. But definitely Clifftop would have probably done the trick. Play a creature, possibly could have grabbed another Sunken. It's done that before. Again, I'm surprised how often Clifftop has grabbed Sunken or Castle Garenbrig. You know, I don't have a Sylvan Scrying or an Archdruid to maybe grab the first castle and make a bunch of mana, and Clifftop Lookout saves me. Good buddy. But that's not a good hand though. Still not good, about the same in badness. Okay, well, eventually we'll get to more than one. There it is. Send all the creatures to the bottom, because if they have a Thoughtseize, it won't be getting rid of anything. I don't like Tyrranax Rex. There's still 3. It's alright. Oh, look!
It's a trap!
It's kind of a trap. I mulliganed a bunch and the opponent thinks, oh, I'm good. Ooh, mono black waste not. Oh, well, technically, look at that. All of a sudden, Archdruids, poof, we're making 7. I'm in heaven. Not exactly. Let me think. Doesn't really matter. Archdruids is... We're getting Castle Garenbrig. That's what we're doing. Pretty straightforward. They make 2 black. If they have any hand hate, it doesn't matter. They can't make use of it. That's fine by me. Oh, look. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's what it's all about. Hopefully. I mean, is Liliana going to +1? Okay, get rid of a bunch of stuff. Fatal Push is not doing a whole lot. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Look at that recovery, folks. If you're ever facing off against the discard deck and you mulligan a bunch, keep a hand with only lands, because their hand hate the early stuff. Can't get rid of it. Love it. Love it. Oh my. Oh, and the Tyrranax Rex into a Vaultborn. My top decks are probably a lot better than any. Oh. They're mostly dead. Shieldred has to block for them to live. Actually, they are dead. They're dead. They can't completely block one of the T-Rexes. Both will connect with at least 1 point of damage, and, well, they die to poison counters. There you go. Huh. Pretty neat. Pretty slick. Oh boy. Well. Time is it? 56. Okay, this might be the last match. Hopefully it is a positive nightcap. That was a positive first game, but Hornet Queen we don't exactly need. Not the most helpful here, but what is helpful? Altenac, the thrice called, with Field of Ruin, possibly Demolition Field. They could have more than 4 of those lands that take out a non-basic. It is going to be pretty nice to get it back. Hornet Queen, not doing much of anything. Although they all have flying, so they could go above Shieldred and all the zombie tokens to take out Lillian of the Vale. I've done that a couple times in the past. Oh, I'm glad you think it was so sweet. It was, yeah, it was sweet for me as well. Oh, yeah. Get rid of all the creatures, keep lands, boom. Boom, what did they start with? Thoughtseize. Ooh, does nothing. Nothing. Sometimes I thought about Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle actually could be the better thing here. You name Field of Ruin, it can't activate to destroy your lands. You name Liliana of the Vale, she does nothing. Well, that's alright. Nah, we can't do it. Maybe if I had 3 lands, but no. Okay, that got worse. Okay, we got to keep it at some point here. Well, there's the keeper again. Huh. Is it going to be a double whammy? 2 in a row. Oh! I sunken for the huh. Mulligan a bunch and get rid of everything that isn't a land. That's the strategy. I mean, hopefully. Okay, well, that's alright. Castle Garenbrig, maybe draw out Field of Ruin just because I have another one. Okay, no, that. Technically, it should be both caverns. I want Carnage Tyrant, yeah, no. And we want to back up Castle Garenbrig, 100%. I mean, they could have a bunch of hand hate. Hopefully, they can't make a big use out of 4 temporarily. Cross your fingers, cross your claws. That's okay. I hope. They still have 3 left. Grabbing a swamp that enters untapped. They could have another go blank. Well, I'm not going to quit if they do that. Okay. Yeah, it's got to be Carnage Tyrant. Has to be, sadly. Boy. Man, oh, they're making... Oh, and another Field of Ruin. Where's Altenac when you need it? I guess the algorithm is giving, well, payback for the opponent. Rough stuff. At least I still have some basics to grab. That's a okay consolation prize. And they only have 1 zombie. I have nothing. I can't play Carnage Tyrant. I got to admit that could be it. Oh, oh my, really? That's another Field of Ruin. I jinxed myself mentioning Demolition Field. Okay. I'll see what I draw next turn, but this is gonna be it. Yeah, no, Ghalta Stampede Tyrant is not happening. We would be getting rid of it, and I'm thinking Pithing Needle. Really, it probably should be Altenac. You saw Field of Ruin, you saw Demolition Field. Would they have 4 of each? It's hard to say. Maybe 6 in total. 2 Demolition Fields, 4. I don't imagine they would have 8. You never know, but Altenac would help. Really, Pithing Needle would help. They almost have no ways of getting rid of an artifact. I have to imagine stick it, name whatever we have to name, and call it a day. And back to nature as well. If they get a couple waste knots, just taking out both of them, very good. But sometimes they don't get a waste knot for a couple turns, and then that back to nature really is kind of just sitting there painfully. Oh, oof. 1 land into 3 Clifftop Lookouts with. Oh, it had to happen at some point. The pain, the mana screw. That is not 4. All 4 Carnage Tyrants. Whoever would have guessed? I mean, of course, we'll name Dinosaur and get Pithing Needle down. Yeah. Name the good old Liliana of the Vale, and well, we'll see what happens. Oh, good with another Cavern of Souls and a Sunken. I'm liking the looks of this. We are recovering if we see a Castle Garenbrig. Going to be pretty nice indeed. An Archdruid's Charm would be kind of rough. I'm not able to make the 3 green, which you can see, like I mentioned at the start there. The Cavern can mess me up quite a bit. I guess it, well, it has to be Carnage Tyrant, unfortunately. Rough. We can also name Bandit's talent. That level up is an activated ability, which is pretty good. Would they do that now? The Field of Ruin, I think, is probably our best bet. Probably. We want to save ourselves. It would take out Sunken. Pretty sure it would. Watch him play Demolition Field and then take out Sunken. Hopefully that's not the case. Ooh, Shieldred locks things up, I would imagine. Yeah, tends to do the trick. We're not coming back from that. I can tell you that much. Nah, we had a good start. At least one more match. I want to try and end on a positive note and go a little bit longer, especially because I missed quite a few nights there. And the question becomes, as some of you have mentioned, oh, maybe I would think about upping the lands to 21, 22. What would the 21st or 22nd land be? Something that I could cycle, get rid of another commercial district, which surveils, see what's on top. Sheltered Thicket, which has the cycling ability for 2. Discard it, draw a card. Well, that's also something. This could be Azorius Control with that Ajani avatar there. That would be a good way to wacky hands. Wacky hands indeed. I kind of want to keep it because it has 2 Sunkens. 1 Castle Garenbrig, and we're off to the races getting to. You know what? Let's try it. I don't believe I've ever tried a hand with 3 Sunken Citadels before, but it could be good. Okay, Rakdos, Prowess, that's going to be rough. Hopefully Hornet Queen helps us a little. Speaking of Hornet Queen, helps us a little bit. It's probably going to be too little too late. Haze of Pollen coming in, like I mentioned, to help against the big aggressive stuff, because multiple creatures hitting, sometimes for, well, mostly lethal. It is going to be nice preventing combat damage, but this particular opponent does have ways to sacrifice their creatures, dealing damage equal to the power and those sort of effects. That's not combat damage, so Haze of Pollen would not, unfortunately, stop it. And no, there's I can tell you that much. That's not happening. No. That's really, I don't remember facing aggro, at least for a couple days. It's been quite some time. But again, we'll bring in Haze of Pollen, Hornet Queen. Well, trading. They do trade with stuff, but a lot of the times the creatures, they're big and they have trample due to Monstrous Rage here, so it's not like it stops a lot of stuff. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm just happy it seems like this particular deck is kind of on the downward trend. A lot of people playing, well, Azorius Control, which is, good for me. Sadly, haven't seen it tonight, but yeah, we trim Hornet Queen, Haze of Pollen, let them sink a bunch of mana into their creatures, and boom, they don't deal 13 or 14 or 15, possibly. Just not happening. That could be happening. Where was that hand a match ago? Man, that would have been lovely. Could be flooded too. Possibly. Okay, I like that, definitely. Sylvan Scrying. We'll grab Castle Garenbrig. I want to play Clifftop Lookout coming up here. Turn 3. Sunken. Would have been that. We'll see if Thoughtseize gets rid of something. Whether it's Sylvan or Clifftop Lookout, I'll just play potentially whatever's left. This particular opponent usually has at least Thoughtseize, but I will find out. Hopefully that creature doesn't have Trample the Emberheart chat. Oh, look at that. What was I saying? It can grab a Sunken. Alright. 7. Coming up. Vaultborn Tyrant would be pretty good. Ancestral Anger as well. Another way to give their creatures tramples. So, Clifftop, I mean, it's going to save me taking 2 damage, the total of its toughness. Yeah. Oh boy. Pump it up a bit more, then maybe sacrifice it with the Callous Sellsword. That's not fun. Ooh, 8. Yeah, it's pretty big. I think it's about to get bigger. Just a guess. Ooh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you're a 12-7. That's Ghalta levels of damage, unfortunately. Yeah, that's something. Might as well save ourselves from going down to 6. Technically, I would kill the opponent next turn. Just have to search for you-know-who. Do I like Palani's? Yeah, kind of. If I don't play anything, I'm almost certain they're going to take us out. Palani's is probably the best bet. I don't think there's any world where the Emberheart Challenger doesn't get to at least 8. It's probably getting bigger, but now with 7 total toughness, we might be able to survive. Hopefully. Would be nice to take out the Emberheart Challenger. It's a very real possibility, but also they could go Callous Sellsword. Its ability to sacrifice the creature, deal damage equal to its power. That could potentially one-shot me. The Callous Sellsword's ability costs a single red, so they could cast one more spell to pump it up, get it to 8, boom, straight to the face, and they don't even have to attack. I mean, I don't imagine its toughness is going to go above 8. I have 8 total power, so I would at least be able to trade with it, which I'll certainly try to do. Oh boy. They're scared. They're thinking about it. Everybody, just in case, for whatever reason, its toughness could go above 5, which Palani's Hatcher wouldn't trade with it. Double block, take it out, maybe buy some time. A Vaultborn Tyrant next turn would be pretty much ideal. Would really be nice to at least stabilize. But Regisaur Alpha, you know, is not a terrible thing. But we would be terribly dead, I have to imagine, if I didn't play Tyrranax Rex here. They can't target it, it's massive. It's 8 toughness, where Regisaur Alpha would be, well, 7 toughness itself, plus the dinosaur token that it makes, and I like this. Seems perhaps they didn't have a whole lot of pump spells. Artfire Hero, that's not too bad. We could get Ghalta next turn and I'll possibly just kill him. But also, I could just go with Archdruid's Charm, take out one of these little mice here. Whatever makes the most sense. Ooh, just a bunch of stuff. Painful. Yeah, don't worry. It doesn't have reach. Nothing to see here. Nothing at all. I like Haze of Pollen. I like that quite a bit. I mean, I can go Haze of Pollen, stop combat, Archdruids to grab Ghalta, kill him. Okay. Ooh, I'm liking the looks of this. Let me think. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, okay. T-Rex attacks. They must know something's up. This is what it's all about. As long as they don't have anything that you sacrifice a creature and yeah, we'll be safe. But if they can somehow make the Heartfire hero thing happen, that would be problematic. But at the moment, they may be about to die. Everybody gets a little bit bigger. Do it. Do it. The opponent has to be wondering why I haven't conceded. Okay. Oh, here goes nothing. Bazinga. All right. I like it. Is that it? The opponent could have a little bit of removal. Definitely a possibility. They gotta be worried. Thinking about getting that Ghalta into their hand. Hopefully, they got a bunch of stuff up their sleeve, that's for sure. They want to stop a bit of damage coming towards them. But we'll see. If I draw any other creature, they're 100% dead. I think there's... Oh, ooh, 2 Ghaltas. That is quite nice indeed. 20... No, they're 100% dead. Don't even have to do the math. There you go. Smoked. Done. Got him.
But you can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?
And it's funny because this particular opponent sacrifices some of their creatures. So that clip actually works extra well. Ties into what the opponent's doing. I'm just happy that, hey, bought me time. That's for sure. But now they know I mean business. Okay. Yeah, just one more. Oh, maybe Haze of Pollen is the trick. I don't have to do any sort of single target removal. Wait till it's big. A big aggressive turn. Poof. I take nothing. And we see what happens. I would be taking a lot if I kept that hand. I can't do it, no. I think that's better. 2 Sunkens. Eventually we'll get to Haze of Pollen mana, and man, that would be good. Certainly could be a lot worse than that. If it was 2 Sunkens and not Haze of Pollen, maybe some big creature, I would have tried something else. But at least Haze of Pollen buying a bit of time. It allows me to get Vaultborn Tyrant down and something like that. A forest certainly would be good coming up, and it has to be Sunken, another one chosen as green just to maintain the 3 green needed for Archdruid's Charm. Oh boy. 4. Not too bad. Certainly not the most explosive start for this opponent. But it's getting kind of bad. 9. Ooh. If only that second Sunken was a forest, I would have saved myself taking 9, and that would have been fine. And now we're not fine, because I have to imagine we're Basically dead. Have to be dead, yeah, no. We should be dead, 100%. I'll grab a Castle Garenbrig, Vaultborn, gain a bunch of life. Yeah. I'm almost 99% sure that's going to be it. Yeah. Oh boy. Man, where is Azorius Control? I must have scared it away. Just having Carnage Tyrant and Tyrranax Rex, the algorithm must see it. It throws me a bone every once in a while. Here's an Azorius opponent for you. Here's your free win. It's not free. You still have to. Yeah, okay. Pays a pollen again. Does not stop that. That was not combat damage. That was the good, usual stuff from Rakdos aggro. Well, there is something you can do, but sometimes there's not much you can do when, poof, it's just, it's lights out. Big time. Big time. Yeah, I still think that's probably at the top of my list of decks to search for, how best to best them. But, yeah. Next night will be better. Certainly. We'll see if I tweak a little bit. Maybe keep it the same, but we'll leave it there for now with the new camera view and some good dino action. Some hits, some misses. That's what you get when it's live, but I love it. It's the most real feel, so have a good rest of your night. Get some good rest whenever it is, wherever it is. Hopefully work goes good. If it's not going super good, well, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. We can make it better. Yes, definitely. Sleep well. Peace.
It's a rescue operation and it's leaving right now.